Welcome along to the shoutiest segment on Irish radio. It's the scintillating, it's the stupefying, it's the splendido, crappy quiz. Every Friday, we pit three of Team Off the Ball up against each other in a no-holds-barred quiz of sporting factoids at the end of the week. Allow me to welcome today's contestants. Our first contestant today has already cracked a can on this cold, crisp winter morning. We are less than 36 hours from Leinster versus Munster, and the drunken tweets about a dominant Leinster display won't write themselves. Give it up for Adrian, who's your daddy, Barry?
And of Rioja.
I think you're drinking a can of that pink martini. That's what you drink, Adrian.
I've started to make G&Ts and old-fashions at home over the last couple of months. Tasty.
Cool story. What's your favourite of the two? If you had to pick old-fashions or G&Ts, which
old-fashions all day long. All day long. No, I can run you through the recipe at some point when we've got a few minutes.
No, it's all right. No, thanks.
Beautiful. Exquisite. Chef's kiss.
Our second contestant today was called Mr. Pringle by DMacc in the YouTube comments last week, but the joke was very much on DMacc as this contestant romped home to one of the easiest quiz victories in recent memory. Is the stash the knowledge equivalent of Samson's hair? Only time can tell. Give it up for the mustachioed menace, Ger Gilroy.
Mr. Pringle, is he a famous mustachio person?
Yeah, like the guy in the front of the Pringles can.
Come on, Ger, we must get an image up on this.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I see it now.
Ger, just to let you know, I don't know if you saw, but you got a lot of love for the moustache today in the YouTube comments. So you win some, you lose some.
Look, it's always winning, Tommy.
I think so. It is always winning.
I'd love to be able to grow a moustache.
The thing is here, we can't actually see Ger. We're on an opposite feet to him. So for the easily romped home win last week, we just hope that Paul and Emma in studio are keeping an eye on him cheating-wise and that he is looking at his devices. I've got an eye on Adrian and Tommy here. But it was unusually strong from you last week, Ger. Unless you just spent all Christmas...
Hang on. I am not just the champ. I am the champ. Like, stretching all the way back to essentially 2019 at this point, Owen. There is nothing unusual about me crushing these Philistines that you bring before me. You didn't even bother to get Nathan Murphy out of his bed on a Friday morning for me to have some proper competition. You've served up these turds again. This is turducken.
It's like Liverpool missing their star player. The crappy quiz is missing Nathan Murphy until February. I can confirm you'll be missing next week as well.
Wow.
Owen.
Yeah.
February, wow. Oh, and I didn't have any questions about whether or not Ger had cheated last week. But I did have questions about the manner in which you asked the questions and you ordered them around. He gets a pretty easy run of it at times.
Yeah, no.
You got a 50-50.
I presume there'll be an evening of the multiple choice questioning today. That's
Well, I guess time will tell. There is actually a few multiple choice questions, but I should welcome our final contestant who has been on the phone to Bernard Flynn trying to get a call up to the Meath under-20 team. He's never made a fake ID to pretend he's underage before, but get ready to see a very tall footballer called Mac Lovin lining out for Meath's 20s next year. Give it up for Tommy Rooney.
That is the dream. I don't know. Can I still get away with it? I don't think so.
I think you can. As you say, you can't grow a moustache, then you can't play 20s. Round one, the boring questions round, never multiple choice. Question one for you, Adrian. Who was Manchester United's top scorer when they last won the Premier League?
Oh my God. Come on, Adrian.
Wayne Rooney?
I'm rooting for you.
Robin Van Persie. Not Wayne Rooney. Robin Van Persie, indeed.
I was going to say Van Persie. Damn it.
I'm rooting for you, Adrian.
He was tipping my tongue. Tommy was the first name that came into my head. Damn it.
Question one for you, Ger. Kansas City Chiefs will be hoping to win 2 consecutive AFC championships this weekend as they take on the Buffalo Bills. But which AFC team holds the record for the most consecutive AFC titles?
Ooh. The Pittsburgh Steelers?
Long last, we've got an incorrect question from Ger Gilroy in the boring questions round. The answer is Buffalo Bills.
Nah.
Lovely.
4 in a row. Tommy.
I'm expecting an easy one here.
Name the last Munster-born player to line out for Leinster in a competitive match against Munster.
Trevor Hogan?
No. Anyone?
Sean Cronin?
Sean Cronin, correct.
I was too quick there. That was bad.
Round 2. is the Australian Open soap opera round. So this was the week when the tennis world turned into one giant episode of MTV Teen Cribs, but without the nice houses and with added spoils entitlement. This round will test your knowledge on what we've witnessed from down under over the past few days. Adrian, question 2 for you. Which of the following was not one of Novak Djokovic's demands to Australian Open authorities? A, players to be exempt from wearing masks. B, fitness equipment to be delivered to all hotel rooms. Or C, to move players to private houses with tennis courts.
Well, it was definitely C, which C was definitely true, which surely rules out 2 then. If he wants them to move them to houses, he's already also saying, just I guess that doesn't bring the gear onto the hotel. And the first one was what? Masks.
Players to be exempt from wearing masks.
I mean, 2 would be the most sensible one and the one that was least prickish. So that was probably the one he didn't go with. So I'm going with number 2.
Number 2 being which?
What was the question? Which one did he not ask for?
Your reasoning doesn't match up with the answer that you gave.
No, it does.
Which one did he?
The gym equipment. The gym equipment to the hotel.
The gym equipment to the hotel is the one that he didn't ask for.
Yeah,
no, that is incorrect.
Incorrect.
Wrong. Your logic was pretty sound, Adrian.
You're trying to bail him through there, Owen. What are you doing?
I actually screwed up on that one. You actually did follow through your logic, but you were wrong. It didn't matter. Players to be exempt from wearing masks. He didn't ask for that. That wasn't in his list of demands. Ger, question 2 for you. The girlfriend of which player reveals that she doesn't wash her own hair and was therefore in a fix?
That's ridiculous. That is honestly that's the easiest question of the week.
It was multiple choice. What have you got? Bernard Tomic. Yeah.
What? That couldn't. Yeah. What? That was his question.
Yeah.
Finish the question. Let's hear how bloody ridiculous it is. Finish the question.
That was ridiculous.
I think we get the picture. The girlfriend of which player said that she doesn't wash her own hair and was in a fix when officials couldn't set up a hair salon.
Literally the biggest talking point of the week.
Well, you see, the thing is,
there was a new president of America there.
Second fiddle to
that. Tommy, which tennis player said the following this week? It's like being in a jail. It's the same as being in prison, but with Wi-Fi. Was it A, Pablo Carreño Busta, B, Roberto Bautista Agut, or C, Daniel Medvedev?
I think you should get the point if you can repeat any of those names.
I like Medvedev, but so I hope it wasn't him. Did you say Agut was B?
Yeah.
Who's the first fella?
Carreño Busta.
Or is that a... Oh, Jesus.
What were you going to say there? I was out of
You could have given me Tomic. I don't understand why I'm not getting the Tomic question. It's an outrage.
Nobody should have got that Tomic question, Tommy.
No, nobody should have actually got it. It's actually really poor form. Look at lads, it's a guess in the dark. I'm actually just going to say Medvedev because I'd be kicking myself if I was wrong.
No, it's not Medvedev. What do you like so much about Daniel Medvedev?
I don't know, I just recognise him. He's a curly-headed Gosling, isn't he? I just think he had a good semi-final. I don't even remember it.
He had a good semi-final.
Yeah, it's not Medvedev.
Was it answer,
it was Bautista Agut, unfortunately. And Medvedev has very straight hair, actually. He doesn't have curly hair whatsoever.
I'm thinking of another fella.
Round three is the Mesut Ozil round. Yes, indeed. We are dedicating a full round to the departure of Ozil from Arsenal Football Club. You may say that this is plain bias on my part, and full disclosure, yes, I did put an umlaut in my Twitter name when he signed for Arsenal. You guys just don't have to get over it. Question 3 for you, Adrian. Mesut Ozil achieved many things as an Arsenal player. It doesn't get any better than earning assists in 7 consecutive Premier League games. But can you tell me which current Premier League player has the most total assists in the Premier League?
Wow.
Not multiple choice.
De Bruyne.
Oh, lads.
He said De Bruyne. It's incorrect. James Milner is the answer.
Whoa.
James Milner has 85 assists. Kevin De Bruyne only has 76 at the moment. So chances are KDB will be top at the end of the season in terms of current players.
I'll take the point on that basis on if you want to.
Did De Bruyne not get his 100th assist during the week?
100th career assist, was it?
Okay.
For
I don't
Manchester
know.
City?
I know.
According to the Premier League website, he only
Did
has
you say he's got
76.
76 this season?
No.
No.
Career.
76 career Premier League assists. Ger, question 3 for you. Ozil does, however, hold the crown for having the most assists of any German footballer in the Premier League ever. Who comes second on that list?
No.
Now, that's a question. That's a good question.
Thank you very much. Came up with it all by myself.
Well done.
Jesus.
Just hope he's not typing away there.
No, my hands are. You can see my hands. I'm trying to
Think of
rack my
someone in the
brains of any
studio.
good German footballers like Thomas Hitzelsberger, who might have laid on some chances. I'm
That's
obviously
a good
missing
shout.
somebody like a Leroy Sané. Didn't do enough, did he? What's that face that you're making there at the moment, Owen? Is that smug self-satisfaction, or is it like, oh shit, he's got a bit close? I can't tell. How many are we talking here?
Oh, Ger, come on. Just give a guess, man.
No.
We've all
No,
been
no.
in the dark in our bloody questions for the last 2 weeks.
You got Bernard
You're one
Tomic
that you've been stumped on. Come on.
as a gimme.
Sané.
Oh, he got it!
Oh! Oh!
What an answer. What an answer. I was sure that was the toughest question in this round. I'd completely forgotten about Leroy Sané as well, but he is second on the list of German footballers who got assists in the Premier League. Fair play.
How many?
Sure.
Oh, I thought he had talked himself out of it.
Oh, he's a good bit behind Ozil. Is he maybe on 30-something?
Is it that
I don't
many?
have I don't. No, maybe less. Maybe
I would've
20.
said
I don't
single
have the figure in
digits.
front of me, but
Right.
Tommy, question 3 to you. So Ozil isn't one, but can you name 5 Germans who have made an appearance in the Premier League this season?
Ah, Ger, you could have given me a few more options. Oh, no, this season. Oh, this season.
Yeah.
Okay. Ilkay Gundogan.
That's 1.
Timo Werner.
That's 2.
Why is it taking so long to come to me now? Is Bernd Leno a German?
That's 3.
You helped him with that
I
one.
should have
wasn't
thought
sure.
about it for a second. Now, what?
See, I was going to make it 4 rather than 5, but see it as a sign of respect, Tommy, that I'm asking you for 5.
Sign of respect, Owen. You've been bloody doing this to me for weeks.
Loves you. It's tough love.
I
You
think
can do
it's
it,
punishment
Tommy.
For something.
The quizmaster saying to contestant, come on, you can do it.
So we've got Gundogan, we've got Bernd Leno, and we've got Timo Werner. You're going to be kicking yourself.
Time out. Time up.
No, it's not time out. I just need a second here, lads. I had to name 5 here. You had to name 1.
Yeah, but you're
Come
you're,
Give me
waste,
another German.
you're wasting your time.
I can't even think of
If he's
German. I can't even think of
before, he's
famous
not getting-
German.
he's not getting-
Oh, my God.
Karl-Heinz Riedle, Rudi Voller, Jürgen Klinsmann, a few others. Angela Merkel.
Tommy, we're going to have to push you for number 4 here because I've asked for 5. If you can't get the 4, you can't get
Okay,
the 5.
no,
So
I'll have the 4.
TikTok,
No,
TikTok.
I have the 4. I just don't want to mispronounce his name.
Hey, you're looking it up.
Come on.
Come
What's
on.
his name?
Show us your
How do you
hands.
spell
Look,
it?
he's looking it up. Let's see those
Show us
hands.
your
Stop.
hands.
Come on. He's
here.
looking it up. He's looking it up.
That's
But
ridiculous.
I'm not looking
incorrect
at
buzzer.
it up.
Incorrect
I'm not looking at
buzzer.
it up. I can't think of it, lads. I'm stumped.
All right. So you got Leno, you got Werner, you got Gundogan. You forgot Kai Havertz.
Yeah.
You
Who
forgot.
was the name you couldn't pronounce, Tommy?
I was just trying to buy myself a few seconds.
Daniel Medvedev.
You forgot
Okay,
Pascal
Havertz.
Gross.
Gross. Yeah,
You forgot
go on.
Robin Koch, Antonio Rudiger, Shkodran
should've got-
Mustafi, and the hardest one was Radek Hadra, who's made 1 appearance for Brighton and Hove Albion this season. So only 9 German players have made an appearance this season in the Premier League.
Tough
I
question.
should have got Havertz and I should have got Koch. Don't know about the rest.
Round 2 is
Okay.
round 4 rather is the
On
fun
we
free
go.
magic number round. Contestants get through. We're like Martin Tyler and Jamie Carragher, who I sneered at for laughing over the exact same content on week 1 when Leeds went down to Liverpool. Round 4 is the fun free magic number round. Contestants get 3 points for getting the number exactly right. If no one manages that, the nearest contestant who doesn't go bust gets 2 points. The second closest gets 1 point. I'm going to state that we can only accept the answer that's written on your paper. I'm also going to have to ask for your pens once the music ends. So if you don't mind, give us the following number. So the number of wins Tiger Woods managed after his most recent comeback. So the last 3 years, basically. Plus the number of goals scored by Paul Pogba this season in the Premier League, plus the number of All-Ireland medals Colin Fennelly has won with Kilkenny, plus the number of years old Aaron Rodgers is. Your 30 seconds expire when Sinatra sings Bright Shiny Beats. So the number of wins by Tiger in his latest comeback, the number of goals scored by Pogba in the Premier League this season, the number of All-Ireland medals Colin Fennelly has won with Kilkenny. He's taken a sabbatical. And then how many years old is Aaron Rodgers? Add them all together, and what do you get? All right, pens down. Adrian.
50.
50. Ger.
48.
Tommy.
Ger always goes under. 55.
You're all gone bust. The answer is 47.
Oh!
Okay, let's start from the top. The number of wins Tiger managed over the last 3 years.
6, but it's obviously less.
3.
3. 1 a year. The number of goals scored by Pogba this season in the Premier League.
3.
3.
3. The number of All-Irelands Colin Fennelly has won.
6.
8.
4.
Oh!
All right. Only 4.
11, 12, 14, 15. And Aaron Rodgers is
34.
37.
I thought he was 39.
Wow.
Is it 37?
So that adds up
He's an
to...
old looking 39 or 37.
Adds up to 47. So, Jerry, you were one off, unfortunately. But you are still in the lead. It's 1-0, or 2-0, I should say.
Hang on, that's not right. 3, 6, and 6 is 12. Oh my God, my maths were wrong.
Is it
What
really
would you got?
2-0? Is it 2-0?
I would have
Adrian
got 46.
Oh.
I thought Adrian got one right.
No.
I'd
We are
gone back
on
and
to-
Pogba.
I got your one right.
The rapid fire round is where we're moving on to next. The no team in particular ridiculously easy rapid fire round to give it its full title. The score you get in this round will be added to your score in the previous round, and there's going to be 40 seconds for everyone to answer from the same set of questions. So we're going to start with the person with the highest number of points. That is you, Jared, then onto the person in second, and we have to toss a coin again this week. And Adrian, you won the toss this week because curiously Tommy won it last week. If you get a question correct, I will ask you another question and keep asking you questions until you get one wrong. And then if you get a question wrong, I move on to Adrian and then on to Tommy. And once you get a question wrong, you also get deducted 1 point. Ger Gilroy, are you ready?
Yes.
Adrian, we can do it. We can do it,
Do
Adrian.
it, Tommy. Let's do it.
Your 40 seconds starts now. In what year did Michael Darragh Macaulay win his Footballer of the Year All-Star? 2013. Correct. Name any of the nominees for GEA Young Footballer of the Year award this year.
Tommy Gold.
Time.
Tommy
Correct.
Conroy.
Joel Embiid plays for which NBA team?
The
Warriors.
Warriors.
Philadelphia 76ers. Who lost last year's Champions League final, Adrian?
PSG.
Correct. Who won the Golden Boot in the 2002 World Cup?
Ronaldo.
Correct. Name the Tipperary football manager.
Pass. Don't know.
Tommy, in what year did Cavan last win an Ulster title before 2020?
97. Give me
Correct,
one more.
but it's not
Give me
going to
one
be
more.
enough.
Give me one more.
No!
It's not
You
gonna
can't
be
have
enough.
one more! The time is up!
Owen, I watched back last week and you called me on time 2.7 seconds in before I answered Garrod Hegarty and I could have won the quiz back then.
No, you couldn't. I trashed you.
You give Jared 3 seconds and you give Adrian 3 seconds.
I trashed you, Tommy. Tommy, I trashed you last week. It wasn't even close. Garrod Hegarty or no Garrod Hegarty.
But it was earlier on. It was earlier on in the quiz.
Doesn't matter.
I lost 6 seconds there.
You did not.
Come on.
No, the thing is, Adrian's on 1, Jer's on 3, and Tommy, you're on 1 as well, so it's not going to make any difference.
6 seconds. I've got 2 questions. What is the next one? Out of curiosity, what is the next question?
Who's the Brighton manager?
Graham Potter. Graham Potter. Next one. Give me the next one. Just see if I
No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. You're like someone at a poker table who's too cheap to fulfill the bet at the start and won't call somebody and is like, let me see the cards anyway. Turn over the cards there.
Play
anyway.
the song, play the music. Let's get out of here.
A Tipperary football manager. I could draw a picture of him and I can't think of his name.
David Power.
Can you admit you made a mistake, Owen?
No, there was
I
no
don't.
mistake. You lost. Take your beating like a man.
Let's hear the winner music for Ger. He's done back.
I'd have had that if I got to Tipperary football manager. What was the
back
next
to back.
question after that, Owen?
It's nonsense with the next questions and all that.
No, I would've
We're
got-
cutting this
I
out.
want those two
I
on the
had
same
him.
team next week and get Nathan in. Come on, this is rubbish.
Oh, Adrian, I was
Come on.
rooting for you,
Those two
man. I
can-
don't know
they can-
how you
I had him,
I
Tommy. I had
Combined
him.
talents are not enough. It's
Could
getting
have got
easy.
power.
This is
Quick
like
reminder, we would
have to
love
split me
to.
up.
we would love to hear your questions. Drop me a DM, drop OTB a DM if you've got any questions for the crappy quiz, and we'll put them to Ger, who's clearly romping home all the time, and a couple of the other contestants as well. We are back again next Friday morning on OTB AM. This has been the crappy quiz.
That was a paddling.